Welcome to stage 1 of the Rallye du Maroc. Here's what happened today in the bikes. Well, last night, as ever, the top 10 riders from the prologue chose their starting places for today, and one position was getting jealous looks from the rest.
I'll go with 14. Very original. Okay for you? 14. 14.
I'll go 14. I'll go 14. I'm going to change it up and go 14.
That's Spencer mixing that up for us.
Well, this was an attritional day on the bikes. The top riders were up at 3 a.m. on a day where they would cover almost 800 kilometres, 300 against the clock. And as Lorenzo Santolino can attest, the terrain wasn't always straightforward. The Spaniard tried to cut this corner on a series of uphill zigzags, but even for an enduro specialist, it was too much. Well, Ricky Brabeck said he really struggled to get going this morning, riding way too calm at the start, and even if he picked up speed as the day wore on, he lost nearly 6 minutes. The American battling with the baseball-sized rocks like Santolino, but after some tough starts in Morocco in recent years, he was looking on the bright side.
I'm happy to be at the bivouac and ready to go for stage 2. It's been 2 years since I've finished Morocco, and it's been 2 years since I've even finished day 1 in Morocco, so yeah, I'm going to take the small win for sure.
Another man with a smile on his face back at the bivouac was Ross Branch. Now 2025 hasn't been kind to the world champion, but he had a solid day, even if he admitted that he is still carrying a bit of PTSD from his crash at the last round in Portugal. Today it was nice and smooth for Branchy, not too many risks, and he took second place on the stage. Unfortunately, today spelled the end of the rally for Luciano Benavides, who crashed out at kilometre 219. It's a real shame for the Argentine, who'd been running third. He was attended to by Mike Doherty and taken to hospital with suspected collarbone and shoulder injuries. We wish him a speedy recovery in the build-up to the Dakar. Well, it was a day of highs and lows for the Red Bull KTM factory team, with Daniel Sanders, as has so often been the case this season, bringing the highs. The world champion-elect had a rough start in the technical sections, but once things opened up, he was simply in a league of his own. He went fully 4 minutes faster than second-place Branch, in Rally GP at least. The Aussie had actually been riding with Benavides for much of the day, and he was obviously disappointed for his teammate.
Yeah, it was a pretty good day to start off, and we're opening tomorrow. Best wishes for Luciano. He was bouncing back, and it's a very important race before for the end of the season for the championship, and also going into Dakar. So hopefully it's nothing too serious and it's a quick fix.
Sanders taking his 16th stage win of the season out of a total of 33. Branch second, with the Honda trio, Schreiner, Brabeck and Howes making up the top 5. Sanders has a big early lead, although his closest rival in the bikes overall is actually to be found in Rally 2. Well, on to Rally 2, and Martin Ventura was happy with his performance today. The Portuguese rider made his debut for the new Honda HRC team on home soil a few weeks ago, but insisted that Morocco was the real deal when it comes to rally raid. He wanted to stay safe, so he lost a fair bit of time today, but he still managed third place in the class. First in Rally 2 and second in the bikes overall was a red hot, or should that be orange hot, Edgar Canet. The Spaniard blasting his way through, only 1 minute 35 down on Sanders and over 8 minutes clear of second place Mike Doherty, who recovered time after stopping with Benavides. The 20-year-old is looking in ominous form.
Yeah, super proud of the performance, of the feeling with the bike, with the setting, with the speed, with the navigation. So it was a really good stage for me. Sanders P1, me P2 in the overall, so super happy for the team.
Canet 8 minutes 25 clear of Doherty, who said it wasn't easy to start up again after helping Luciano, Ventura, Ebster and Dabrowski complete the top 5. Well, Canet already has a comfortable lead and he says he can maybe afford to take it a little bit easier in the coming days. Victory in Rally 3 went to Noah Sankt, a name that'll be familiar to older Rally Raid fans. His father Richard won the Dakar 3 times before his tragic death at the Faroes Rally in 2004, and Noah has decided to follow in his footsteps. I'm very proud to be my father's son. I'm happy with how everything is going and I'm super proud to bear his name. I will keep doing what I can to live up to it. We'll keep attacking and we'll see how it goes. Well, Sankt putting over 15 minutes into Thomas Zoldos, who won the first round in Portugal. Third placed at Carlo Cabini is over half an hour back. This is stage 1 of the Rallye du Maroc, and here's what went down today in the ultimate class. Yesterday's top 10 getting ready to choose their starting positions for today, with the Ford Raptors deciding to hunt in a pack.
10. 13 behind it. Want to tell me why anyway? Or? I'm a good teammate. I want to be behind him in case something like that. 14 is a good team behavior from Ford, okay? I go 15 behind 9. And why? I think the 15 behind 3 Fords would be amazing.
Well, it was a strong day for the Ford M Sport team, who got 3 of those 4 Raptors into the top 7. Nani Roma said the first stage is always tough and it can take you a while to find your comfort zone, especially with a headwind kicking up the dust. But the former Dakar winner was happy with the car and with the result, 4th place on the day. Matthias Ekstrom found that slipstream because he was the quickest Ford driver for the second day running. The Swede enjoyed the early scenery in the mountains, but said he was a bit too careful in his bid to avoid punctures. He was still second though, so did he get his tactics right by setting off behind his teammates?
I don't know where is the right place to start. Sometimes you think further back you have better road position, then you also have a lot more dust, and you know it's a trade-off all the time, but I feel that we are happy with the days. Couldn't ask for much more.
Now the first bit of ill fortune in the bid to become the World Rally Raid champion befell Nasser al-Attiyah. The Qatari had romped to the prologue win yesterday, but ran into trouble after going through a small ditch in first gear. With the front right wheel misbehaving, he and his co-driver Fabien Lequin decided to stop for a closer look.
We find, you know, the front steering arm. This was damaged, but we decided to change, and it was cost 10 minutes. But okay, we are here. Sab, he win the stage, and we'll see tomorrow.
Spoiler alert, Nasser. But yes, indeed, it was his Dacia teammate Sebastian Loeb who claimed the stage honours, winning by 27 seconds from Ekstrom. The Frenchman had good pace from start to finish, no problems, no punctures, nice and clean, and leaving Nasser behind here. But he and Edouard Boulanger will have to open the road tomorrow.
It will be the first time with Edouard that we will be first on the road, so it will be a new challenge. We know it's quite tricky to be first. Sometimes we can lose quite a lot of time if the tracks are difficult to see. This I don't know at the moment how will be the stage. So, but that's the game. So we'll see. We'll start tomorrow first, and we'll do our best like today.
It was also a good day for the Toyota Gazoo Racing W2RC team. Seth Quintero chose to go second and spent a while opening with his new co-driver Andy Short, a fellow winner in Morocco.
I think I won 2022 and 2023, and he won 2019 Morocco on a bike. So yeah, T3 winner and a bike winner together. No wonder why we went fast today. Now I know why. Now I understand.
Well, meanwhile, Henk Laterken and Lucas Morais made the most of NASA's woes in their three-horse race for the World Championship title. Laterken said he gave himself a talking to after yesterday's poor prologue and had a much better day as he came fifth. Well, the best placed of the trio was Morais in third. The Brazilian's happy to be back in Morocco, describing this as a proper rally. And today he just tried to make the most of al-attiyah's 12-minute time loss.
To be honest, when I saw him stop in the stage, I was like, okay, don't throw this stage away, because well, I think it was only 60 k's to the finish. So yeah, we just kept going, and yeah, happy to finish, like I said, P3 and ready for tomorrow.
Very tight gaps at the top of the standings, with only 1 minute and 16 seconds between the top 5 crews. A bit of drama today for Dania.
I went wide in one corner and I ended up in a massive hole here, just bent a little bit here. We got out of the hole quickly, and then my co-driver Kadu said, "Is the car fine?" I said, "Let's find out." We put full gas, and normally if it drives well, then you're okay. So we were lucky.
Well, in spite of that mishap, Akil was the third fastest challenger on the day, around 5 minutes off the pace. The victory went to her fellow Saudi, Yassir Sayadan, who is back on the W2RC for the first time since Abu Dhabi. Alongside co-driver Michael Mech, who's going to be joining Stefan Peterhansel at the Dakar in the new Defender, Sayadan won the day by 3.5 minutes from Charles Munster.
We want to test the car, see how is it going, but from the beginning we feel the car is good, so we keep pushing, we push, and we win the stage.
Nearly 10 minutes separating the top 5 after this opening stage, with the W2RC leader Nicolas Cavigliasso in 4th. The Portuguese crews had another excellent day in the SSVs. Alexander Pinto and Bernardo Oliveira kept a steady pace throughout, but they were denied victory and a repeat of last year's Stage 1 success by a late penalty, the duo missing out by just 13 seconds. Well, they were beaten by their compatriots João Diaz and Nuno Morais. The Santag racing man said this part of Morocco is similar to Portugal, and that might explain how they completed a 1-2-3. Diaz described it as a perfect day before he even realised he'd won the stage.
I don't know if you saw, but actually the boys Pinto and Oliveira got a small penalty, so at the moment you're actually P1.
I don't know. Yes?
At the moment?
Okay, we are P1. Tomorrow it's full attack again.
Diaz, Pinto, Shidade, Portugal on top, but the Can-Am factory team are lurking with Miller and Ferrioli in 4th and 5th.